Alright, One Piece manga chapter 1063, The Only Family I've Got. Now, that title is obviously a reference to Bonnie and Kuma, which, just spoiler alert, I'm gonna get the spoilers out of the way. If you're here watching after you saw the title that said chapter 1063, spoilers, that's on you, bro. Anyway, we learned that Kuma is Bonnie's dad. So, that's happened, man. It's kind of giving me Rebecca and Kuro's vibes from the whole Dressrosa arc. But yeah, Kuma looking pretty strange as the dad, I'm not gonna lie. But he definitely looked happy. And, you know, I could start putting together how he would become this Bible-wielding tyrant of a man who just seems to be very serious. Something must have happened between their relationship. Maybe they got separated and Kuma wasn't about that and he went on some kind of vengeful pirate quest. And then after Bonnie was free of her predicament, then she set out on her pirate quest to go rescue her dad. So I'm really curious to see the rest of this story. Right now we just get a little bit of a teaser and then they kind of leave Luffy, Bonnie, and Chopper alone. By the way, they get some cool clothing upgrades, and that's really nice to see them in the futuristic gear. And then of course I'm gonna representing Jinbei in his Hawaiian shirt gear. I didn't get to like the full-on Hawaiian shirt gear, but I got the palm trees going and I'm living my best life just like Jinbei. He looked great. Chopper looked fucking adorable in his little space suit, just so damn cute as always. Yeah, really cool chapter, man. There's a lot to unpack here, but I really want to just get right into, just skip all of that. That was set up for just basically learning that Bonnie and Kuma are related. They are father and daughter, and that's cool and all. We got a lot to learn about that, but the real meat of this chapter comes towards the end, the middle, and then the end part, and also at the beginning, because we see in the cover story that Whole Cake Island seems to be frozen over and everybody's suffering, and it looks like just something went down there where everybody got frozen, but all of a sudden we know that Pudding is kidnapped. Now, who has the ability to freeze the entire island? Aokiji, obviously, and he's working for Blackbeard. And at the end of this story, we're seeing Blackbeard coming for, well, he basically just comes for whoever is going after this certain island. He didn't know who it was going to be. It just happened to be Law. And he's like, yo, I want your poneglyphs. You have to have some. Hand them over. And obviously the link is that Blackbeard is going to be using Pudding's ability to read the poneglyphs, decipher the poneglyphs, and then get himself to Raftail. He really is striking me as a pretty interesting foil to Luffy, in that Luffy has kind of haphazardly gathered all the right crew members to get him along his journey towards the end, and he got Robin, who just so happens to be able to read the poneglyphs, just through friendship. Whereas Blackbeard had a plan. He knew he would gather these strong allies. He would go and get strong powers for them to boost their abilities so that they would be a force to be reckoned with, which we're going to unpack a little bit of those powers today because we get some reveals. And then he's going to go after the poneglyphs, which he didn't care about them at all until today, it seems like. And he knows exactly how to get them to be read, even though she hasn't, as far as we know, learned how to decipher them. She hasn't unlocked that ability. I don't know if he knows how to unlock that for her, but I guess we'll find out. But at least he is that much closer to Raftail. So Blackbeard's getting close. He's pretty dangerous. Now we'll see if Aokiji uses, this is a bargaining chip. Maybe he's gonna like not 100% go with Blackbeard's plan. Maybe he's working for some other organization and he wants to kind of keep her close to the vest. Or maybe he even trades her for Kobe, and maybe that's why Blackbeard kidnapped Kobe, so that he actually has a bargaining chip. There's some 4D chess moves going on here that I either am anticipating, or I hope it is that clever of an idea. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just simple, but I don't know. Oda is doing a good job setting up a very strategic Blackbeard and Aokiji, either, kind of backstabbing going on here, or kind of an altercation or prisoner swap. Basically, it's gonna probably come into that. And now just a lot of the moves that Blackbeard's making are probably going to just all make sense after we see the end. Because he's not going on tangents explaining his master plan. He just does it, and then we deal with the consequences later, which is pretty cool. And unlike most other villains that we get anywhere else, Crocodile explaining every single reason why he wanted to do what he wanted to do, and that was pretty cool. And Crocodile's a great villain, you know, but this is really just the opposite of that. We don't know anything about his motives. We don't have any idea why he really wants to do what he's doing, like the little details that he's doing. But once it is all done, you're just like, holy shit, wow, crazy. But anyway, Blackbeard's crew has leveled up. Their bounty has been increasing. Law mentions that now he understands why they're leveling up their bounty so much, because their powers are ridiculous. Van Augur can fucking teleport things. I don't know if he can teleport himself. I'm assuming, yeah, he has to, right? But as a sniper, that's pretty cool. He could probably like teleport bullets inside somebody's head as he shoots them. I don't know if he has that ability or if he, you know, can do the powers that quickly, but I can imagine he can use his sniping prowess or his pinpoint accuracy to great use with a teleport power. So that's pretty cool. What the fuck is that guy's name? Jesus Burgess. I kind of get the feeling that Blackbeard doesn't really respect him. He gave him the buff fruit. I mean, I guess it's a level up because now he's stronger, but he's already really strong. Like, I don't know. I feel like he could have done something else. I have no idea what that could have been, but come on, he just made him stronger. He's strong enough now to where he can lift a mountain. I just feel like there's a lot of ways people can just defeat that. I mean, is he going to be strong enough to fight somebody with really, really advanced hockey or mastery over hockey and win with just his strength? I don't think so. I think he's going to be able to be getting his ass beat just by basically anybody who has basic hockey. Zoro's going to fuck him up, slice his arms off. What's he going to do? You know, Luffy's going to just pound him into the ground. What's he going to do? Like, this is not really a big level up for him. So this is almost showing me that Blackbeard does not respect this man. Doc Q gets the Siku Siku fruit, which basically allows him to make people get sick. And that's pretty cool because he's a doctor, but he can make people sick. He's almost like the anti-Chopper, where Chopper really wants to make sure he can heal everybody. Or even anti-Law, because Law, his ability, can make sure he can heal just about any disease and even give somebody immortality. This guy can make you sick, but not just any normal sickness. He just kind of made up his own sick. It's malady virus or plague, and it's kind of a play on words, malady, which is pretty cool. But everybody started turning women, so they got hit, and Law turned into a woman, and then some of the other crew members started turning into women, and that's a pretty cool ability for a Devil Fruit user to have. Imagine if Perona could negative ghost somebody, and then their negativity started spreading to the rest of the crew. That would be fucking OP, you know, or whoever that paint lady was, Mrs. Golden Week, you know, if she paints something on you, and then everybody else starts getting those effects throughout, you know, just time or them breathing or whatever. That's a really cool effect of the fruit. Now, he used it in a very weird way. He could probably make worse diseases. I'm assuming he didn't want to kill any of these people, so we just get the kind of the gag of him turning them into women. That's pretty cool. But also, Law shows that if you have a strong hockey, that power is pretty much worthless because he can just activate, basically look like he was just charging up, you know, Dragon Ball Z style with his hockey, and then the disease is gone. And then apparently it broke the disease for everybody else as well. So Doc Q, great as far as like the personality and what he does, what he brings for the crew, but also not really that strong. I feel like Van Augur has a much better power teleporting people. Imagine you can teleport an enemy in the middle of the ocean. As if they can't fly or find some way to get back on land, they're basically dead. Or you could teleport them actually into the water themselves. That's a really powerful ability. I can't wait to see it used more in the future. And then Stronger, the horse Doc Q is always riding on, got a mythical Zoan Pegasus, which it is a definite upgrade. He is a Zoan. He's already an animal, so he already has the kind of animalistic instincts. He already has the animalistic, probably, senses and stuff like that. He's probably already as strong as a horse can be, and that's probably really strong. People say I'm healthy as a horse or strong as a horse. They didn't look like very healthy horse when we were looking at him before, but maybe it upgrades his health, probably makes him recover faster, but now he can also fly. And they are abusing the shit out of him. I feel so bad for the Blackbeard crew members sometimes. Blackbeard doesn't give a shit about them. He's like, yo, Pegasus, Stronger is not able to hold your fat ass, and I'm struggling too here, boss. And Blackbeard just continues talking to Law as if nothing is going on whatsoever, just floating in the air. So overall, great chapter because it sets something up. We see now part of Blackbeard's plan unraveling. He's going to get the poneglyphs or the copies of the poneglyphs from Law or whoever was going to show up there. If he ran into Kid, it would have been Kid. If he'd ran into Luffy, it would have been Luffy, even though he'd probably get his ass whooped. I really just don't think anybody's messing with Luffy in his current state right now. It's going to take a lot for me to just believe that anybody's messing with Luffy. I think Kaido was too big of a boss for Luffy to defeat in the last chapter or in the last arc, because who's fucking with him now? Nobody. Anywho, I'm not going to go off on tangents and talk about that. I really like the way that this sets up what Blackbeard can now do potentially. If he gets the Three-Eyed Tribe ability to read the poneglyph from Pudding, and now he has the poneglyphs, he probably knows where the last one is. It would be really cool if he already has the poneglyph and he just uses all of them that he collects from Law. He's got all 4 pieces, and then it's a race to get to the final arc. But I guess we're gonna have to see. I'm loving the where these chapters are going. I really just have no idea where they're gonna go next. Last week I was talking about how excited I was to, learn more about Egghead Island, and then Blackbeard comes in here with all his new crew members, new Devil Fruit powers, and then we get to see Law again, which everybody loves Law. I just want to see more. Keep showing us these great chapters, Oda. Don't fucking stop. Don't listen to anybody trying to put ideas in your head. You were the one. You got the fucking juice. Go with it. Anyway, this is a very exciting chapter. I am super excited to see what we're going to see next week. Like I said, last week I was very excited to see just Egghead Island. Now we get Blackbeard and his plan, and Law is back, and who doesn't love to see Law again? I guess maybe we'll see what Kid is up to, and maybe he's run into Shanks or something. Like, I don't know. We could go anywhere. It is just fucking crazy. It's a great time to be reading the manga. If you're not reading the manga, what are you doing watching this video? And if you have friends that haven't watched it, I have a video that they may want to see. Should they watch or read One Piece in 2022? Yes, they definitely should. There's going to be a link for it in the description. Alright, that's all my thoughts. Like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below what you like about this chapter. Let's discuss it more in the comments. Peace.